The flight recorder from Yevgeny Prigozhin's private jet is recovered as the Kremlin denies involvement in his death. Spain's World Cup winning football team says they won't play again while the head of their national federation remains. And Donald Trump seeks to make the most of his historic Georgia mugshot with campaign-branded items now on sale.
Making the most of his mugshot, Donald Trump portrays himself as the victim as he joins 18 co-defendants in the Georgia election fraud case. This is the fourth criminal case for the former president as his legal troubles and election calendar grow even more complicated. While Mr. Trump's rivals try to play catch-up this week at their first primary presidential debate of the season.
Denmark is proposing to ban the burning of holy books after a series of incidents involving the Quran, which have led to anger and protests among Muslims. The country's justice minister announced the move. The ban would also protect religious symbols like crucifixes, but is only applied to public places and to broadcasting such actions to a wider audience. The French government is setting aside more than $200 million to support struggling wine producers and shore up prices. A fall in demand is causing problems in several wine-producing regions, including Bordeaux. And 120 gold bars found on a train in Switzerland 4 years ago are being given to the Red Cross after all efforts to trace their owner failed. A rail employee discovered the gold weighing 3.7 kilos in a plastic bag on the train. Prosecutors ruled out any connection with crime and say they assumed the owner wanted the Red Cross to have the gold. The cost of living crisis in the Brazilian city of Sao Paulo has left as many as 50,000 people without a place to live. Local authorities say that around 34,000 people are sleeping on the streets this year, a number that has risen considerably since the COVID pandemic. The city is having to think of ways to house families, especially before the winter hits. British police are investigating the deaths of 88 people in the UK who bought a poisonous substance from a man in Canada who is accused of helping people to take their own lives. The director of the British Museum says he is stepping down after admitting he failed to respond comprehensively to warnings about thefts from the museum in 2021.